Okay, so now the last video. Something that we're gonna be doing in class is mastering the switching. Switch. The switching of tense, the switching between the passive voice to the active voice. So let's recall why it's called active voice and what is called passive voice. So it's called active voice because we have a clear object, a subject. And the passive voice, we want to avoid the subject or omit it entirely, because that's not what it's important. It's the object that is the one that matters. So again, the cure of cancer was found. We care about the cure of cancer. We don't care who. Kind of like that. That's an exaggeration, but just for the sake of the point. So now we're gonna switch. You were switching between active to passive. Now we're gonna do it vice versa. So for example, the wallet was found on the street. Okay, so this passive or active voice. At the beginning, it might take you a little while, or maybe not, but to me, it took me a while to just stop and take a look, right? And analyze the elements. So before analyzing if I have a subject or not, what I used to do when I was a student was to analyze the verb. Why? Because with the verb, if I have to be, not only to be, but to be plus a past participle, a participle phrase, participle. Okay, I think I wrote it incorrectly in the other ones. Anyways, it's the participle. The participle particle, that's why people call it PPP. Anyways, the participle, I know that is passive voice. So this is a passive sentence, right? Now, let's take a look at this passive sentence, you guys, because it says the wallet was found on the street. Who found the wallet? We don't know. Why? Because it's in a strange, random situation where a lot of people could have found it, and it doesn't matter. We don't know who he was, he or she was. It was returned, and that's it. Or the wallet was returned, or let me change it, has been returned. By the thief. Let me write here one. Okay, here we have another example. How do I know it's passive? We have a have, and we have a past participle. Here we don't know. With these two elements, we don't know if it is passive voice. We need to identify it by this. Now, a lot of students confuse this because they say, Profe, we have this structure too. We have a similar structure. We have has been returning, well, it doesn't apply here, has been working, has been going, has been running with ing, but no has been in the participle and the participle verb, or the verb participle, the participle verb. I got confused with that in the saying, not in the thinking. Anyways, so the point is that you might see this structure, but you might find it but with ing here, not like this, which was present perfect progressive, which is not the case here. So the wallet has been returned by the thief. What would I do? I will take a look at the elements and say, what is this? Is present perfect something? Because this is present perfect in passive voice. It's not present perfect progressive because I don't have the progressive. It's present perfect in passive voice. So what do I have to do? I'll have to switch it into the original one. Now, what happens in this one? This is passive and this is passive. In this one, I do have the by. Why? Because it's very specific. It's like, wow, really? The wallet has been returned by the thief? Right here is the wallet is more important, and the fact that it has been returned is more important. But really, by the thief, it's like extra fact that we want to add there. Right here, the wallet was found on the street. We don't know who found it because somebody found it, right? Now what we need to do is to switch these ones into active voice. So what do? The same process as before. We switch the now subject to the now object to the now subject, and we switch this back to active voice. So let's take a look. Here I don't have the person who did it, so I say someone or somebody. It was found. The verb to be is in past tense. So if the verb to be is in past tense, warning, the next verb is gonna be in past tense. So what do I have to do? Change this verb into the tense of the to be. Found, so it happens to be the same, right? Someone found, and then I go back the wallet on the street. This is like extra information, right? It has to go where it has to go. In this case, goes next to this. Now, the wallet has been returned by the thief. Now, I have a clear doer of this action, the doer of the person who returns, or the thief. Okay, now here it gets a little bit tricky. You have to be careful. And you say, okay, first, I need to work with the verb returned, but on this tense. What? Yes, I need to use the verb returned, so I'm gonna write returned, but not yet. I need to write return based on this tense. So what tense is this? This tense depends on this one. What tense is this one? This is present, and this makes it perfect, right? So I have to change this one into the present perfect. How do I do that? The thief has returned the wallet. This is the only one that, oh no, not the only one. This is the kind of tense that might cause like dizziness when you go back to active. Why? Because the being has to be like eliminated and the was has to be eliminated. But here the being has to be eliminated and then you have to deal with what you have left. Okay. And that's basically it. We go back. I don't know what else to say. The thief goes at the beginning. When we don't have, we say someone or somebody or some people, if it is plural, for example. And then we switch the tense depending on the verb to be. In this case, the verb to be is was. So if it is was, it's past tense. So I change it to past tense. And then I maintain the rest. And the same thing here, has been returned. We need to eliminate the verb to be and change the tense to what the verb to be was, and it's in perfect, present perfect. So I have to change to present perfect in this case. And then the wallet. So that's it. We're gonna do the first 5 exercises on every exercise of the book. So only the first 5. And see you later, alligator. Happy face.